Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. We have great attendance tonight. Really appreciate the support of donors, and congratulations to our scholarship recipients. On behalf of the TMCC Foundation Board of Trustees, welcome to the 2016 Legacy Scholarship Reception. I am Gretchen Sawyer, Executive Director of the TMCC Foundation and Institutional Advancement. Thank you for joining us this evening as we celebrate student achievement and express our deep gratitude to our donors who provide scholarship funding to this large group of deserving students. So large, in fact, that we have a record year of awarding scholarships. This year, the foundation is awarding 421 scholarships, totaling nearly $500,000. Again, a record for scholarships. Our donors provided a generous amount of financial support to all of our students here tonight, making it possible for many of you to attend college and pursue your goals and dreams. Without our donors, none of us would be here this evening, and many students would not be attending college. We also honor and thank tonight's sponsors, including AT&T Nevada and Lewis Management Corporation. Thank you all. We are proud to have foundation board members with us this evening, including Gigi Chisel with Lewis Management Corporation, right in our front row here. And Jesse Murray with NV Energy. Jesse, will you please stand and wave? Thank you. This scholarship awarding was possible because of the hard work of a lot of people at TMCC. We are honored to have with us this evening many of the dedicated vice presidents and deans who care deeply about our students, including Estela Gutierrez, Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Barbara Buchanan, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Jim New, our Interim Dean of Finance and Administration, Lance Bowen, our Dean of Sciences, Jill Channing, our Dean of Liberal Arts, and Kyle Dalpe, our Interim Dean of Technical Sciences. And of course, cannot forget Marie Mergalapour, our Dean of Business. If you all stand to be recognized, please. Come on, don't be shy. I'm also pleased to acknowledge and thank my outstanding colleagues in financial aid, Sharon Worm, our Director of Financial Aid, and Jeanette Smith, who's the Financial Aid Coordinator. We have a terrific team in the foundation, including Tara Hawkins, our Development Officer and Scholarship Manager, who organized this event and coordinates all of the many awards with Jeanette Smith in financial aid. So thank you, Tara, for all your work. Our foundation team also includes Becky Jostin, Laura Vargas, Tammy Freeman, and Brianna Solosky, who are instrumental in the running of the foundation. We have two wonderful student employees as well, including Troy Millick, who is a recipient this evening, and Camille Yanacchioni. So thank you for your hard work too. I wish I could thank everyone individually because here I am going through this whole list, but there's so much work that goes into this event and awarding scholarships, and I also want to thank very much our Marketing and Communications Office, our Facilities Department, our Media Services. Thank you all for making this a successful event. And then, last but not least, we have more than 40 volunteers who have helped put this event together. So if all the volunteers will stand and wave to be recognized, please do so. At this time, I would like to introduce TMCC's new president, Dr. Karin Hilgersum. We are so excited to have her on board and for her to attend her first legacy event.
Thank you, Gretchen. And I'm so happy to be here. TMCC is fantastic. Reno's pretty magical too. And so is Sparks, by the way. I want to say that TMCC truly is an excellent community college, one of the best in the country, in my opinion. And of course, what makes this college so great are the people that comprise the college, the faculty, the staff, and especially our students. These students are some of the best and the brightest at TMCC. They represent 60 different degree and certificate programs. I counted them earlier today. We have about 80, and there's about 60 represented here. They range so many different career tracks. It's incredible. Here are just a few examples: welding, nursing, psychology, production technician, transfer prep for science majors or an Associate of Science degree, transfer prep for an Associate of Arts degree, business, culinary arts, engineering, graphic communications, law enforcement, and machining, and this is just to name a few. For most of these students, this is the start of their educational journey and their professional journey in some cases. Earlier today, I had the privilege of visiting next door. Okay, what's next door? How many of you have heard of the Desert Research Institute? Raise your hands. Desert Research Institute, good. If you haven't heard of it, boy, study up, because it's pretty amazing that the Desert Research Institute is located in Reno, Nevada, also Las Vegas, Nevada, but the big operation is here in Reno, and more amazing for us that it's located right next door to TMCC. I was visiting with my colleague, a relatively new interim president, Bob Gagosian, at the Desert Research Institute, and it was great. I stayed there a couple hours. I got to talk to researchers. I took a little tour, beautiful facility. They do fascinating work. Work there improves our world. What does it have to do with tonight? Well, one of the most enjoyable elements of my visit was when I visited with two DRI researchers about their water research. Dr. Justin Huntington and a graduate student named Matt. I didn't catch his last name, unfortunately. They both have completed quite a few credits at TMCC. Matt was quite interesting because he completed 21 credits here before he began 5 years of military service. And then when he got back from the military service, he went on for a bachelor's, master's, and now he's a researcher and I believe a doctoral student. And I think Justin probably completed a degree here. He was here for a while and he's very proud of his TMCC beginning. So both Justin and Matt, these two scientists working at a world-renowned research institution right here in Reno, started at TMCC. They are conducting really impressive work. Their goal is to reduce water consumption in the world, basically to save the world. These are science, super science heroes, really, or superheroes of science. Start here, go anywhere. To the students here tonight, I have two requests. One, make us proud with your good study habits and your ultimate success. Two, pay it forward when you are able to do so. Donate some of your resources to the TMCC scholarship cause, after you're employed, of course, in the career of your dreams. Think about what assistance from the donors in the room today really means to you now. What did that mean to you as you began your career here at TMCC? Imagine what that same kind of assistance will mean to another human being, another TMCC student, in the not-so-distant future, I will add. It will be easy to forget TMCC when you move on to exciting careers or exciting university of studies, some of you earning your doctorate, just like Dr. Justin Huntington. But I'm asking you to not forget. Please don't forget TMCC, Truckee Meadows Community College. Instead, help others to succeed here, just like you will do, and just like you are. To the folks here tonight that make this educational journey and transformation possible, because you're willing to share your time, you're willing to share your money, you're willing to share your passion for the important work that we do here, thank you. The college needs you. These students need you. And in fact, the prosperity of the Reno-Sparks region happens when we educate our residents in all kinds of jobs, welders to scientists, nurses, and psychologists. So, that's my spiel. I'm sticking to it. Now let's enjoy the ceremonies today in honor of our great students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Helgerson. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Stephanie Tyler, who is president of AT&T Nevada and the Western region, and she's going to provide some special remarks for us tonight.
Good afternoon. How do I set the microphone on short? Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I have to say this is, of all the honors that I have in terms of this position, this is literally one of my favorites every year. To look out at this sea of faces that I was just describing to Jen, who I will introduce to you in just a moment. Literally hundreds of students who are getting ready to walk across this stage and enjoy the support of this community that is so richly proud of the endeavors you're about ready to undertake. So thank you on behalf of this community for being here at TMCC and making the next step. Dr. Helgerson, your comments were absolutely spot on. First of all, I have to take one step back. I was lucky enough to actually just find myself at a Board of Regents meeting. I must have been lost. The day that she was hired, and her enthusiasm and her passion of what she believes TMCC can become with her leadership absolutely shone through in front of the Board of Regents. So I think that you all are going to be recipients of that over your time here at TMCC. So again, I'm very proud to be part of this event and part of this day, and just part of your adventure going forward here at TMCC. So now I'd like to tell you a little story, and it's about a wonderful woman that went to work for AT&T, we'll say many years ago. She had a rich career. She spent 50 years with AT&T. If she will correct me, I think it's 50 years, 1 month, 2 days, 3 hours, something like that, but literally a 50-year career. She then retired from the company, and she went on to an entirely new and different career. And that was dedicated specifically to touching the lives of children and helping them in their educational pursuits, in getting ahead, and just making sure that they stayed on course. So during all these years of volunteerism, she did a lot of it as part of the Telephone Pioneers, which is a very sleepy organization that you don't hear enough about, but it's an incredible group of volunteers that are both current AT&T and other phone company employees, as well as retirees that just do good things for the communities in which they live. Well, Jen has dedicated many, many years to the Telephone Pioneers, but she doesn't need an organization. She will meet a neighbor. She will meet a child in her neighborhood that is in need of something, and she will find a way to touch that child's life, lift them up, and make a difference, and mostly make sure that they stay focused on their education. So, in honor of Jen, at her 95th birthday party, which was just a couple of weeks ago, we could not. We scoured our minds and pulled out our hair, and I have to, hats off to Randy Brown, who I have the pleasure of working with at AT&T, but he came up with the wonderful idea of creating a scholarship fund right here at TMCC for Jen Prentice. So, in honor of Jen Prentice, I would again like to reintroduce the Jen Prentice Scholarship Fund here at TMCC. So without further ado, I would like to turn it back over so we can get these scholarship winners walking across the stage. Congratulations on your awards. I know you'll work hard. I know you'll do great. And as your new president just said, start here and take it anywhere. I kind of messed that up, but wonderful sentiment and an incredible institution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for your donation. And thank you, Jim, for your wonderful and countless contributions. And now there's an endowment in your name that will benefit a student in perpetuity. So we will be able to award a student every year forever in your name. So that is a wonderful honor, and we are so appreciative. So thank you. I now get to introduce someone very special to the college and to the president's office, Spencer Schultz, who is former president of the Association of Student Government, and he has a few thoughts to share with you as a previous scholarship recipient. So thank you, Spencer.
First of all, good evening, everyone. To the students, congratulations. You literally deserve every dollar you received. You put in the work, you put in the time, you've got the GPA, and you've done the work. So, can we all congratulate them? Now, to the families, the friends, the support groups, and to the donors who actually gave us the opportunity to be here today. Thank you. Welcome me, or help me. I'd just like to say that without the donors here, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to stand in front of you and say that I graduated. I did it, and you all will too. Keep up the hard work, but always remember the family and friends you have and the people who made it possible. Never forget TMCC. I know that this seems like a stepping stone to you. I know that in years in the future, you might think, oh, I just kind of went there. But I'm asking with you, pleading with you today, that if you're ever blessed and financially well off enough to donate and give, please do. Because for every single student who goes to UNR, goes to UNLV, there are 10 more that go to community colleges. There are more of us than there are of them. And yet, very few people actually donate to these types of institutions. So I ask you, I'm pledging today, if I am ever blessed and financially well off enough to support an institution like this, I will, over the university, over the law school, over any other institution I'm ever at. So please, always keep us in mind and heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Spencer. I know you're going to be so successful that you'll be one of our top donors. Okay, so before we award the scholarships, we're very close. It gives me great pleasure to again thank our donors who are with us this evening. If you could all please stand, and we'd like to give you a giant round of applause for your generous support. And after the awarding, all of you will have the opportunity to meet your scholarship recipients. Now is the time to recognize all of you. I'd like to invite Cheryl Cardoza, who's our Faculty Senate Chair and English professor, along with Grace Tout, who's president of our Classified Council, and Gigi Chisel to come to the stage and present the certificates. So scholarship recipients, it looks like you're already making your way, so that's fantastic. And so you will all be escorted to the stage.
I can't set it tall enough for me. Tashara Wilson, Ward Dixon. Go ahead and go. Thank you. Nicole Boyer, Hackney family, single parent. Kevin Hurd, College Life Skills Edison Incentive Grant. Andrea Bernal, Robert and June Sabo. Carolina Collin, Cheseldine Spanish, Follett TMCC Bookstore. Gabriela Verden, Insurance Agents, Brokers of Nevada. Barbara Berggren, AT&T Nevada. Danny Garcia Quintero, Jacobs Presidential Lions Club of Reno, Mount Rose. Susan Kane, Insurance Agents, Brokers of Nevada. Emma Barron, Ward Dixon. Long time no see. Alexander Silvera, Ron L. Turek family. Sohail Ashraf, Insurance Agents, Brokers of Nevada. Jabor Clark, Jacobs Presidential. Richard Hearn, Nevada Society of CPAs. Tracy Hudson, Robert and June Sabo. Brian Bullion, Dorothy Town Foundation Nursing. Monica Enriquez, 20th Century Club. Dory Leftwich, Chisel family. Amy Akeo, Robert and June Sabo. Robert Vega, Miles TMCC Community Fund and NFRA. Melissa McCoy Coleman, Tackett family. Sandra Mitchell, Nell J. Redfield Foundation, B. James and Barbara Erdley. Maria Gustafson, Jacobs Presidential. Jocelyn Perez Catu, Alliance with the Washoe County Medical Society. Brittany Wolf, Pamela McDonough. April Caval, 20th Century Club. Monica Singh, Miles TMCC Community Fund Nursing. Josie Lacoste, Brett Laff, Foundation Reentry. Sean Raj, Envy Energy. Becky Clizzy, Bretzlaff Foundation Applied Industrial Technologies. Jonathan Andre Dortiz, Envy Energy. Raphael Moran, Jacobs Presidential. Thomas Simmons, CGI Annual Scholarship, Reno Rotary Foundation. Rebecca Wiggins, Nevada Society of CPAs. Amber Wooby, Insurance Agents, Brokers of Nevada.
Christina Bushman, Chartman Family Foundation. Mackenzie Lunger, Insurance Agents, Brokers of Nevada. Noah Cole, CGI Annual Scholarship. Peter Pippo, Ron L. Turek family. Christopher Knight, Jacobs Presidential, Ron L. Turek family. Philip Smith, Bretzlaff Foundation Applied Industrial Technologies. Harris Proctor, Jacobs Presidential. Anthony Tremaine, Jacobs Presidential. Alejandra Garcia, Robert and June Sabo. Ronald Renfro, AT&T Nevada. Brian Holler, Jacobs Presidential. Kyle Flores, Jacobs Presidential. Abel Fernandez, Jacobs Presidential. Eliano Lanas Cabo, Wells Fargo Diversity. Irvin Maldonado, Betzlaff Foundation Applied Industrial Technology. Kenzie Nehusen, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Jewel May Milani, Miles TMCC Community Fund Biology. Evelia Badillo Delgado, Jacobs Presidential. Ariana Irwin, NV Energy. John Tyson, Meadowwood Mall. Dee Dee Tyson, Meadowwood Mall. Dylan Seary, Nevada Society of CPAs. Steve Lee, Jacobs Presidential. Cassandra Alamario, Miles TMCC Community Fund Nursing. Taylor Vale, Meadowood Mall. Christopher Downing, Robert and June Sabo. Alexi Mann, Robert and June Sabo. Devin Mickey, Nevada Energy.
Farina Lam, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Saul Linos, Jacobs Presidential. Jared Harper, Jacobs Presidential. Veronica Chapman, American Advertising Federation of Reno Foundation, Jacobs Presidential. Parker Dial, Jacobs Presidential. Cody Falls, Miles TMCC Community Fund, NNFRA. Natasha Younger Ehlers, Bessie Gilmer. Fei Yu, Evelyn Dees, AAUW. Brian Wilcox, Jacobs Presidential. Maria Velasquez Palacios, E.L. Court Foundation. Gabriela Zamoro, Crump Construction. Sheena Combe, Follett, TMCC Bookstore, The Steadies. Austin Martindale, Bretzlaff Foundation, Applied Industrial Technologies, Reno Rotary Foundation. Adam Landis, NV Energy. Nathan Bertram, NV Energy. Victor Ponce, Bretzlaff Foundation Reentry. Miriam Rossler, Slavin Family. Elena Kudyakova, NV Energy. Ivan Valverde, Jacobs Presidential. Marissa Dupre Maxwell, Follett TMCC Bookstore. Sydney Wood, Nevada Society of CPAs. Kevin Burr, College Life Skills Edison Incentive Grants. Frank Rutkowitz, Engineering Drafting. Brandon Canty, Rotary Club Sparks, Carl B. Shelley Memorial. John Singh, NV Energy. Pedro Orozco Jr., Jacobs Presidential. Beverly Oliveras, Ward Dixon. Isela Torres, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Thaddeus Young, Jacobs Presidential. Tamina Nazreen, Crew of Northern Nevada. Ascension Martinez, Jacobs Presidential June Fant Memorial. Medora Galang, Bretzlaff Foundation Nursing. Michael Boardrow, Follett TMCC Bookstore Success Network. Amy Sanesteven, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Jason Clegg, Ralph and Goldie Lewis Endowment. Marshall Marich, Great Basin AACN. Elizabeth Murphy, Alliance with the Washoe County Medical Society. Morgan Dunbar, Pamela McDonough. Erica Cover, 20th Century Club. Mary Castillo, Bretzlaff Foundation Reentry. Christy Testy, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Thank you. Luis Bugaren, Jacobs Presidential. Jocelyn Figueroa, Robert and June Savo.
Carolyn Joyce, Rotary Club Sparks, Carl B. Shelley Memorial. Mavini Apasu, Follett TMCC Bookstore. Jessica Molina Velasquez, E.L. Cord Foundation. Jamie Roshashi, was that close? St. Mary's Health Network. Lynn Cameron, Robert and June Sebo. Courtney Lambden, Ruth McKnight Memorial. Rebecca Roloff, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Jamie Morris, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Stacy Glass, Betzlaff Foundation Reentry, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Samantha S. Ensminger, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Alex Lopez, College Life Skills Edison Incentive Grant. Christina Carrillo, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Kate Tuja, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Evelyn Hernandez, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. April Chi, Reno Rotary Foundation. Amy Wright, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Carmen Young, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Amanda Latin, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Joseph Sangiacomo, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Jennifer Slavin, Charles H. Stout Foundation, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Tamara Mazuri, Nell J. Foundation. College Life Skill, David Barreco, College Life Skills Edison Incentive Grant. Rochelle DeFluter, Chartran Family Foundation. Elizabeth Birbach, International Game Technology. Joanna Christensen, Dorothy Town Foundation Dental Hygiene, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Brittany Cotton, Reno Business Professional Women's. Moses Wangnima, College Life Skills Edison Incentive Grant, Jacobs Presidential. James Spiva, Jacobs Presidential. Sarah Pearson, DP Foundation, Dermody Properties. Jessica Whitfield, Chartran Family Foundation. Nathaniel Petrie, Founders Club. Aidan Bilhars, Chartran Family Foundation. Monica Blanche, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Natalie Wolf, Reno Business Professionals Women's. Amy Stegner, International Game Technology, Robert and June Sebo. Sherry Sanchez, TMCC Foundation General. Desiree Fortune, Ruth McKnight Memorial. Suzanne Reichert, Junior League of Reno, Sustainers. Eliana DeMonte Cartanega, TMCC Foundation General. Melanie Bolin, TMCC Annual Fund. Alec Cremens, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Kristen Lindy, EL Cord Foundation. Anna Chacon, Courtney McGowan, Darlene Simpkins Memorial. Gabrielle De La Reyes, Reno Rodeo Foundation. Casey Conway, TMCC Annual Fund. RJ Cordero, Robert and Barbara Thimot Memorial. Christine Falstich, Robert and June Sebo. Ashley Stone, V. Blanchard Memorial. Brian Dedewander, TMCC Annual Fund. Teresa Versa, DP Foundation, Dermody Properties.
Mallory Trevino, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Milka Garzone, Chartrand Family Foundation. Hunter Ingram, DP Foundation, Dermody Properties. Marilyn Lopez Guzman, Wells Fargo Diversity. Jessica Price, Ethel P. Travis Memorial. Taylor Wiggins, L. Cord Foundation. Dawn Fruza, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Janet De La Cruz, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Hannah Sachs, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Kieran Esel, Inez Johnson Dibble. Victor Mendez Medina, the Miranda family. John Cordona Flores, Wells Fargo Diversity. Nicole Barnes, Dorothy Town Foundation, Dental Hygiene, Wells Fargo Diversity. Corey Mershowski, EL Cord Foundation. Xavier Perez, College Life Skills, Edison Incentive Grant. Jason Lopez, Reno Rotary Foundation. Jillian Jaworski, Charles River Laboratories, Veterinary Technology. Mary Jane, Chartrand Family Foundation. Yesenia Godinez Garcia, TMCC Foundation General. Amanda Woodring, EL Cord Foundation. Lindsay Muse, TMCC Annual Fund. Donald Pennington, Karkalik Family. Mary McGee, Joa Yarbe Memorial. Susan Patterson, Follett TMCC Bookstore, Reno Rotary Foundation. Jacqueline Montez, Frank and Rose Hansen. Amy Ellsworth, Frank and Stephanie Burnham, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Tasha Freeman, Follett TMCC Bookstore, William Houghton Memorial. Brandy Messenger, William N. Pennington Foundation, Dental Hygiene. Amber Hitchborn, William N. Pennington Foundation, Dental Hygiene. Amanda Stewart, guess what? William N. Pennington Foundation, Dental Hygiene. Hannah Nystrom, William N. Pennington Foundation, Dental Hygiene. Marilyn Abundis, William N. Pennington Foundation, Dental Hygiene. Elizabeth Walker, William N. Pennington Foundation, Dental Hygiene. And then we have Eric Salzman from EL Cord Foundation. Justin Gantar, Jacobs Presidential. Jonathan Gray, Frank and Rose Hansen. Hey, you. Hannah Thomas, Bretzlaff Foundation Applied Industrial Technologies. Diana Caldera Wells, Teresa M. Housden Memorial. Jason Pinto Meldano, Frank and Rose Hansen. Ryan Navarrete, Follett TMCC Bookstore, Kathleen Rand. Dorian Thomas, TMCC Foundation General. Giulietta Garcia, Wells Fargo Diversity. Keegan Stover, Chartrand Family Foundation. Yixin Huang, TMCC Foundation General. Kara Hippert, Faculty Ed Fund for Classified Employees. Alyssa Rubery Tyson, Frank and Rose Hansen. Diana Miller, Follett TMCC Bookstore, IAAP Valley in the Sierras. Brian Bundy, Edison Incentive Grant. Hi. Gregory Anderson, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. John St. Dennis, Reno Rotary Foundation. Domingo Henson, Jacobs Presidential. Troy Millick, Cooperative Productions Incorporated, Follett TMCC Bookstore. Seth Davis, Hackney Family Welding.
Jason Portillo Lopez, Kiwanis Club of North Reno, TMCC Foundation General. Jamie Cleary, College Life Skills, Edison Incentive Grant. Virginia Judd, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Brittany Sawyer, Irene's Angels. Jennifer Rogers, International Game Technology. Paola Anya, Chartland Family Foundation. Patrick Dempsey, Dan McClure Memorial. Jose Escalante, TMCC Foundation General. Henry Anyango, Chartrand Family Foundation. Nicholas Irwin, Robert and Barbara Thimote Memorial. Rachel Traveris, SM Joyce. Lenore Williamson, TMCC Foundation General. Ashlyn King, EL Cord Foundation. Ashley Joyce Selag, Philippine United Students Organization. Jennifer June, Teresa M. Hudson Memorial. Nicole Day, TMCC Foundation General. James Mickey, Elise and Joseph Doser, Follett TMCC Bookstore. Austin Jenkins, TMCC Annual Fund. Angelo Gabriel Zuniga, TMCC Foundation General. Mohammed Risa, Ralph and Goldie Lewis. Jonathan Wilkie, Jacobs Presidential. Anthony Sirio, Jacobs Presidential. Anil Reddy, Jacobs Presidential. Anthony Mustin, Reno Rotary Foundation. Adam Rand, Caraclick Family. Is it Rainey? Ranny Stratton, Reno Business Professional Women's. San Tat, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Courtney Yoder, Hackney Family Nursing. Angelica Howard, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Alasha Small, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Maria Tapia Ramirez, DP Foundation Dermody Properties. Sharon Otek, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Chun Mei Lee, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Micah Ellertson, Frank and Rose Hansen. Samuel Kendall, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Brianna Huchin Samuel. Winifred and David and Drewley Memorial. Stephanie Moore, College ESL. Min Doan, Lions Reno Host, Lyle Ball Memorial. Reed Weber, TMCC Annual Fund. Valeria Campos Fuentes, Bertzlaff Foundation Nursing. Renee Seymour, Follett TMCC Bookstore.
Aurelie Pena Hernandez, Chartrand Family Foundation. Jaime Madrigal Vieira, Chartrand Family Foundation. Joanna Barrera, Carol Harris. Betty Cervantes Castro, Claudia Hoffer, and Arthur Williams. Amanda Grossman, Reno Rotary Foundation. Cynthia Salyer, Bretzloff Foundation Reentry, Eleanor and John Slagle. Melissa Coffey, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Jay Dean, Dorothy Town Foundation Nursing. Michael Dooley, Kenneth B. Cooney Memorial. Caitlin Powell, Reno Rotary Foundation. David Browse, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Jill Skinner, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Jennifer Padilla Acosta, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Stephanie Martinez, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Tanae Ratcliffe, Joe Ayarbi Memorial. Pedro Valles Caño, Nursing Annual Scholarship. Jessica Laderman, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Deances Dizone, Hackney Family Nursing. Erica Aviles, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Thu Tran, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Madison Riff, Frank and Rose Hansen. Amy Ballinger, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Esmeralda Garcia, June Fant Memorial. Marta Cervantes, Wells Fargo Diversity. Magdalena Kina, Calici, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Melissa Brock, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Jonathan Ashmore, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Tina Jaramillo, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Holly Garvin, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Oleg Yarovoy, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Richard Talavera Dorado, Follett, TMCC Bookstore. Quetzali Zamorano, Faculty Ed Fund for Classified Employees. Matthew Smith, E.L. Cord Foundation. Krishnakumar Bhakta, Jacobs Presidential. Marie Gabale, Jacobs Presidential. Jennifer Ibarra, Dorothy Town Foundation Nursing. Rhonda Lumpkin, Archaeological Institute. Nancy Bennett, College Life Skills, Edison Incentive Grant, Jacobs Presidential. David Wiebe, The Good Guys. Amy Wallencheck, Joan Lambert. Mary Cox, Nell J. Redfield Foundation. Megan Gill, William N. Pennington Foundation Nursing. Tyler Olson, Robert and June Sabo. Richard Schnitz, College Life Skills, Nevada Builders Alliance, Edison Incentive Grant. Neva Rodriguez, TMCC Foundation General. And Chase, the amazing McKenna, Nell J. Redfield Foundation.
Well, congratulations, scholarship recipients. You deserve a huge round of applause. Congratulations. Thank you again to our generous donors and our sponsor of tonight's program, AT&T and Lewis Management Corporation. We are so grateful for your support.